Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
Hi, Gizzy. We're the Village's Newcomers. Today we're going to do a flashback video. We have been here 3.5 years.
Whew, time flies.
Oh my goodness. It has gone by so quickly. And we looked back at some of our early videos, and they're kind of funny. Of course, when we get here, we're like everybody. I mean, it's pie in the sky, it's rainbows. You know, we still have the Kool-Aid in our system. Here we are 3 years later. We're going to watch 60 Days In. This is one of our early videos. And it's at that time, we told you how we felt after living here for 2 months. Now we've lived here for 40 months, 41 months. Let's see if our feelings are the same. Are your feelings the same? This is one of the first videos where we had a theme song. Hey everybody, welcome to this special edition of our blog. Today we celebrate 2 months in the Villages. Yeah, this is as you saw from the intro there, it says 60 Days In. You might remember that there was a TV show called 60 Days In, where they would follow prisoners in jails. In fact, one of our local jails up in Indiana, where we were at that time, was featured in that show. So that's why we used it as a title here. Although, believe me, it doesn't feel like prison down here. It's wonderful. But we decided on this edition that we would take some of the questions. Since we put our email address on the blog, we've been getting lots of emails from wonderful people, and we want to answer some of the questions that we've received. This is where we got the idea for
Mailbag Monday.
Mailbag Monday. Some of them we've already answered online on the YouTube channel, but this way everybody that watches can get the benefit of the answers. So,
Right.
All right, I've made a list, so forgive me for reading these questions, but that's how I'm going to have to do it. Want to thank some people who've had some regular contributors and people that have written us just awesome letters and have been very welcoming. And I want to thank Kathy, Jane, Melody, Shelby, Bonnie, Kitty, Jim, Dusty, Deborah, Joel, Diane, Carol, Catherine, Andrea, Julie, Vinny, Judy, Bruce, Mark, Marty, Linda, and Jill. Remember, we told you there are lots of Lindas down here.
I met another one. Where was it the other day?
Oh, they're all over.
Oh, it was in Dollar Tree.
Yeah, there's Dollar Tree.
Lots of them. That Dollar Tree business. You visit the Dollar Tree all the time.
All the time. One of my favorite places.
She went to the Dollar Tree the other day and spent $53.
Think how many things I got. Everything was $1.25. Oh my gosh. No, I did. I bought a lot of cool stuff.
It's like Norm on the TV show Cheers. She walks in the dollar store, they yell, Linda!
Right.
But thank you guys for, and believe me, I'm sorry if I didn't read your name. There were a whole bunch, and we do appreciate it. All right, our first question is from Melody Lane. And Melody has her own YouTube channel.
By the way, most of you, or many of you know, Melody Lane that we just mentioned here passed away a month or two ago.
Yeah, that's
And
very
we were
sad.
so sorry to hear that sweet lady.
She does stamping and some other really cool things. You want to give her a look, Melody Lane. She said that she wants those birds that Linda wants. They have the same taste. Well, we want,
Yeah.
you know, we like the sandhill cranes and the
Right,
herons, and
right.
she saw the video. And she loves blings, and she wanted to know, where is that garden market that we visited on the last video? That market is on Highway 301. We went up 301 to the market at Marion, and when we were there, we were looking for figurines and animals for the decoration, and somebody there told us, head up the road about 5 miles, and you'll see it. It was actually more like 7 miles, but it was really, really worth visiting. And what was the name of that again? Moonstone? No.
Moontide Gardenscapes.
Moonscapes.
Yeah, Moonscape.
Moontide Gardenscapes.
You'll see it. There are whirly gigs.
You
and-
can't miss it.
Yeah, you will not miss it on the right side of the road, about 7 miles past the Market of Marion.
Yes. Oh man.
All right.
I overload.
We really like not only Market of Marion, which is a flea market on steroids.
Yeah.
That Moontide Gardenscapes is a show full of, or a store full of whimsical things. You know, those sun catchers, windmills, statues,
Yeah.
just crazy things.
It's not really a store. It's more like a yard, whatever.
Yard art.
Yard art everywhere.
Lots of yard art. We love it there.
And by the way, thanks for the sunscreen suggestions. I know I needed them fair-skinned, and it's really been pleasant down here since we've been here, but the sun's out every day. Did rain yesterday quite a bit, but the sun's out most every day, and I do need sunscreen. So thank you for those suggestions. What happened was I'm rubbing it in or spraying it, and it's great. But then through the course of play, golf, or the day, somehow it gets in my eyes and burns. But I think we're going to try something different. So thank you for those suggestions.
Yesterday I played golf. First 4 holes, par, 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 par.
Woo-wee.
I got that sunblock in my eyes, and my eyes started burning and watering. And 18 holes, I didn't make another par.
Uh-oh.
Ridiculous.
All right, William writes, what cable do you use? That's a big decision down here. We have Spectrum. The Spectrum was our provider back home as well.
Right.
But honestly, Spectrum has a wonderful product, but they quietly, it's like the frog. One of my favorite analogies is the frog in the beaker. He sits in the water, they turn on the heat, it slowly raises the temperature of that water until he's cooked. That's kind of what they do at Spectrum. They'll get you a nicely priced plan, and you think you're happy, and then one month you'll realize the bill was $8 or $10 higher. Then the following month it'll be another $3 or $4 higher, and then they'll bump up a $12 or $20 charge.
This is appropriate.
We've been cooked, fried, flattened, stomped on, and tossed out.
Just yesterday, I called Spectrum and didn't cut the cord because we still need internet. They got you by the ear on that one. You got to have internet if you're going to stream Netflix or whatever, you know. So we stayed with them. But our bill, I told you, while we were sitting in that little beaker of water, heating up, our bill raised to $215 a month.
That water's boiling.
You put that with our cell phones, we were spending $302 a month on phone and TV. I never in my life ever imagined we'd be spending that much.
We've got to do something.
So they had a special package of 75 channels for $20. So we signed up for that, and we kept the internet. Now it's going to cost us $99 a month. So we're saving $115.
For how long until they raise it?
3-year guarantee on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, supposedly. We'll come back to you in 3 years, let you know how that went.
So I don't like it, but daggone it, she
love
really
her.
likes TV.
Yeah. Oh, you do.
We both love TV. So, and that's what we plan to do on those days when it's, and we're in the honeymoon down here. We know.
We're still in the
It's gonna be hot
honeymoon,
in
honey.
July and August.
Yeah.
So we got to have our TV.
Yeah.
We're going to be in the air
Netflix.
conditioning. Yeah. We love Netflix. Spectrum. Now, we have a dish on the house. We have DirecTV or Dish Network. I'm not sure. It was here when we came, but we didn't go with that. We went with Spectrum.
We don't have it anymore. We took that dish off the
Okay.
roof.
What
Gone.
is the typical price for a new home? There is no typical price because there are, how many homes? 60,000 homes down here? You can get homes up in the old section, Spanish Springs, Orange Blossom Gardens, up in that area for 100,000. When that started in the 1980s, there were a lot of manufactured homes, and they're still there, and they're still being sold. So you can get a resale home for $100,000 that would still include your golf amenities, all your swimming, all your country clubs, all that stuff.
Sure.
So it would be good if you can live in one of those homes. But down here in the southern section, I would say the average home would be around $300,000. Now you can get some cheaper. We've seen them. And if you go to the Villages website, not website, but app, get the Villages app. It has a big V on it.
Right.
You can shop for homes on there. And
Yeah.
You can put in your search parameters.
They'll
and
have
you
all
can,
the listings, and you can put in the PIN number of the house, what it's listed, and then you can go through all the houses and see them, all the house plans. That's pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's good. That's a good tidbit there.
That's true. You could also do it on their website, thevillages.com. But that average home price I set up in Spanish Springs, you might find one for $100. That's tough to do now. I don't think you would. But the average home in this neighborhood for the last 3 months was nearly $500,000.
It's unreal.
It is. It's definitely a seller's market.
Tidbit there. And one thing, when we came down on our lifestyle visit just 4 months ago, 5 months ago, we went to a bunch of houses, pre-owned and new.
Yeah.
And she made a list. She was writing down pros and cons and what we like and didn't like. And we loved almost all the houses we saw, but none of them really fit the bill. So she had a list of 15 favorite homes on that website. It allows you to click a heart and make that a favorite so you can track that home. When we got to the point of buying this house, all those homes were sold. All but one, I think,
Yeah.
when we did it.
Yeah.
So 15 or 20 homes were gone. So you have to act fast. And that's really why the realtor, I call it a realtor, it's really an agent from the Villages, and he was great, Steve Lightbody. He didn't want to show us pre-owned homes because he thought it was a lark. He thought we were down there just for the lifestyle visit. He didn't really think we'd jump on something quickly. And he said, down here, if you don't jump on it quickly, you don't get it. He was right.
Yeah. Oh, and back to the homes. The typical price is around 300,000, but they go all the way up to $1 million. There are some 1,300,000, but you're getting lots of land with it and a pool and a huge view. But typically they're 300,000. Yeah. But yeah, you can go from way down to way up.
That is true. You know, you can still buy nice homes, but they're going to cost you. If you want a home with a pool, you're going to spend nearly $1 million. Homes right here, 500 feet from our house, multiple homes sold for how much?
800,000.
800,000, $1.2 million with a pool. It's just unbelievable.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
This is a cutting point right here. I'm going to cut this video here.
What are we doing?
I'm going to start a new one because they get so long I can't manage them.
Oh, okay.
We got bloopers
Look at
here.
that, we're cutting.
We got bloopers.
Cut right here. That's where I'm going to cut. Okay. Okay, we're still recording.
Did we leave that in that video?
Right there.
It's crazy.
Come on, go on.
Now this video may tend to go long. I'm sorry about that. There's just a lot of information, a lot of questions. What type of grass? This is from Mark. Thank you, Mark. What type of grass do we have on our lawn? Well, we have zoysia. I'm not sure of what species of, is that right, species?
Yes.
What type of zoysia? But down
Empire
here, it's green, it's still
zoysia.
green right now. It's February 11th. Is it 11th? February 11th, it's green. The trees are green. Flowers are blooming outside. Zoysia.
On the zoysia grass, we have quite a few friends down in the newest section where they have St. Augustine grass. They don't like their grass as much as we do. Our grass is, you go out and lay in the grass, it feels good.
Yes.
You go down there and lay out in the grass, it feels like crabgrass.
Oh, yeah.
Julie's one of our best viewers. And Julie, thanks for all the great questions and the wonderful comments. What days do they pick up trash and recycling? And is it the same in all the villages?
No, it's not the same in all the villages because we've gone riding and seen garbage bags out. So our days are Tuesday, it's garbage and recycling, and you have 2 bags. Clear bag for the recycling and a not so clear bag or black or whatever for the trash on Tuesday. Then Wednesday you have we have our yard waste, and we have to put it in a brown paper bag that we have to buy at the stores. And then on Friday we have trash again.
That is totally different, isn't it?
It's done with, because now we don't recycle. Everything goes together in one bag. Or you can have 2 bags, of course, but everything gets taken to the recycle center or the burn center or wherever it is, and they separate it there somehow. It burns and goes into recycling. But anyway, no, 2 days a week we have garbage now.
And we're Monday and Thursday.
Monday and Thursday now.
And that's the every color bag. But they do that in our neighborhood, and I don't know about the other neighborhoods.
Surprising though, we went from 3 days a week trash pickup,
Yep.
regular trash on 2 days, and then recycling on 1 day. We went to 2 days, and our bill went up 15%. How's that happen?
It's the same.
Okay. All right. Mary writes, can Canadians live in the villages for 6 months a year? Mary? I have no idea.
No.
I think so. I mean, there are people here from everywhere. We hear all kinds of accents. But
I'm not sure about 6 months.
I don't know. That's just up to the immigration policy or the visa or whatever you have to get. I don't believe there's a wall up there yet. So come on down.
Not that many people.
Oh, there's a lady that plays ukulele with us, and she's from Canada.
Yes, and she told me she can only come for 4 months.
Our buddy, Dave on duty at yahoo.com. David on duty at yahoo. He's the guy that makes the pedals for the golf carts for the people that can't reach the pedals.
Height challenged. We're
He's,
height challenged.
he's Canadian. And we meet Canadians every once in a while, and many of them are snowbirds. We need to find out exactly how long can they stay, but they are here for a good long time.
But I'm not sure.
So evidently there's some sort of restriction, but you'll have to research
have to
that.
research.
But we hope we see you down here.
Yes, you'll love it.
Shelby says, can you hear your neighbors easily on the Lanai? I don't think so. We have a glassed-in Lanai. Now, over here, as I'm looking, the neighbor next door has screen. Now, if we had a screened-in Lanai, we probably could hear them, but frankly, we don't see them on their Lanais very much. So, no, we don't hear them. I did hear the horror stories, and I mentioned it when I wrote back that, you know, people have been really upset because a neighbor would be a cigar smoker. Oh, I would hate that.
Yeah, I don't see very many people that do smoke down here.
Right, there aren't a whole lot of smokers.
I hardly seen anybody.
But this guy had a neighbor that smoked on the Lanai, and it what's the word, wafted over to their Lanai, and yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Just an insert here. Yesterday on the golf course, I saw cigarette butts laying all over the place.
I have to.
What in the world? Where were you raised, people? If you're going to smoke a cigarette or a cigar and throw it down on the golf course, right on the green or the edge of the green, come on.
Or there are some about, you can hear their TV, or one person said they could actually read the title of their neighbor's book. Those would be in what we call kissing lanais, where you look straight out the back of your house, you've got maybe 10 feet of yard, your neighbor has 5 or 10 feet, and there's their lanai, so they're very close. But luckily, that's why we didn't buy down here the first time, because that lanai situation has to be perfect, or you're going to regret it.
We don't spy on anybody. We're in our lanai. It's all glass, you can see.
Yeah.
So we can see what people are watching on TV if we look really hard. If you look, and
Well, down here, everybody buys those huge
Big
TVs.
TVs, that's
in
right.
the lanais.
That's right.
They're huge.
and sometimes the husband will have his TV on the lanai,
Yeah.
and the wife will be in the next room with her TV,
Yeah.
and they're watching different programs. Funny.
So get yourself a lanai you can live with.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'd made a little note that Linda and we went to the library and got a library card the other day.
Hey, official.
Yeah, so we can check out books online, we can check out audiobooks, we can check out music and DVDs and all that sort of stuff. And that library is within golf cart distance, so not easy golf cart distance, probably 15 minutes, but we could.
We were pleased about the library. How many times have you been over there?
Once, maybe. Yeah, to renew the card that we didn't use the whole entire year, first year. But I just have comfort knowing that I can go there and check out a book. But I had visions of me sitting by the pool every day reading, and that didn't happen.
You can check out a canoe at the library. You can go canoeing. What I like to do is check out audiobooks virtually. You do it on the web. You request them, and if they're available, you get them immediately. If not, you're on a waiting list. When it's ready, boom, they send it to you. I like the Jack Reacher novels. That's what I like to read. And I like a lot of, my interests are all over the place.
All over the place.
All right, we're going to go to page 2 of questions. This is from Steve. How are the resale prices? Well, Steve, I don't know. I can tell you this. The people that built this house and resold it to us, they got top dollar on this resale, let me tell you.
Yes, they did.
And it was competitive, so there were a lot of people wanting it. But we have heard that the resale value goes up about 6% a year. Don't know if that's true. I know back in 2008 recession and everybody's real estate kind of bottomed out, but right now it's climbing steadily. I don't think you can go wrong if you buy well here in the villages.
No, you could not. I wish I bought 2.
I know. Why? Why?
I looked at some of the homes on Zillow in our neighborhood, looked at ours. It's gone up $200,000 over what we paid for it in 3 years.
Wow.
And our neighbors' homes are the same.
Thing
It's the
is,
same
if
way.
we sold it, where would it go? Every place else is high too. So
If you want to stay in the villages, you would have to sell your house and then go buy another overpriced house.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Kara says, do you ever, this is a good question. here.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking out at these palm trees and she wants to know, do we ever see palm rats in our palm trees? No, we don't. I hope we don't ever see palm
We
rats.
haven't seen that yet.
Now, we were playing bocce
still
one
don't.
day, and somebody, one of you viewers actually saw a little mouse scamper across the sidewalk behind us.
Might have been a rat.
Yeah, it might have been a daddy mouse or a small rat, but no, we haven't seen any rats. The queen palm trees, as I'm looking at one right now, it has lots of voids and cracks and chinks in the bark, places for things, but we've never seen a thing. No snakes. We haven't seen any rats. We see lizards. That's all we see.
Yeah.
Baby lizards, small lizards,
Oh,
American
little.
anal
About-
lizards.
about that.
If you go to the when I was
Not
a kid,
anal
we'd go to
lizards.
the pet store, and they would sell
Anole.
them as
Anole.
chameleons because they do change color based upon what their environment
Oh,
is.
yes.
So they called them chameleons in the pet stores back in my day. I don't know if they still do, but they're American anal lizards, and they're all over the place. And they're good feed for the birds around here.
No rats. We have seen no rats.
we've seen snakes.
Dusty's another one of our great writers, and she's given us lots of questions. What would a house with a 2-car garage and golf cart cost? I don't know, Dusty. You can look on that village's website. I know you could get some for between $200,000 and $300, or $200,000 and $300,000. I would say for $250,000 you could get one really nice house with a golf cart golf cart garage if you look for a while.
We're just going to say, no, you cannot. The 2-car garage with golf cart garage goes like hotcakes. That's what everybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
They would not be available most likely between $200,000 and $300,000. In fact, if you have $300,000 to spend on a new designer home, you're going to have a tough time.
Joel, how tight does the association control the house colors, etc.? Well, I hope they control it pretty
I
tight.
think they do. I think it's pretty
If
tight.
you drive these neighborhoods, all the houses seem to be complementary colors. Now, back home, I know of a house that was painted a bright cobalt blue.
Oh,
in
that
the
would never
suburbs.
go here.
Yeah, and it was, in my opinion, it was an eyesore. So hopefully they won't allow that, but I think anything reasonable is gonna work.
Exactly. Just like one man's trash is another man's treasure. What some people think is tacky, other people think is awesome. We like the fact that in our District 10, it's pretty tightly controlled. The districts up north that have had changes to their bylaws or restrictions, you can see some different colors. We saw a driveway up in Spanish Springs
Oh,
that was
yes.
painted royal blue.
It was.
And you'll see a lot more yard art up there than you're going to see here in our section.
It just depends who decides what's reasonable. Steve, is the loss of freedom worth what you gain? Is it difficult to get used to the cookie cutter housing? Well, I don't consider this cookie cutter housing. I consider all these houses look nice in our area. Now, I told you up in Spanish Springs, up in the Orange Blossom Garden area, back in the 1980s, their homes were normal. Now today, that looks more like manufactured housing way up there. That's in the very northern part of the villages. Then you'll see as they build, the houses tend to be similar in a similar area. Down here, these are nice houses. Some have a hip roof, some have a mansard roof, a gable roof. Some are siding, some are that,
Yeah, the stucco.
I don't know what the type of siding is, but I guess we used to say it was like fiberglass siding or a vinyl siding. And some are a shingle type siding. Some have stone veneer. Ours is a concrete block with stucco. That's my favorite.
Yeah. I like it.
So there are lots of things and there are lots of ways to express your individuality, but they have to confine to the system. So I don't think there's any loss of freedom here. Because this is what we wanted. We wanted a controlled environment.
Well, there are no outbuildings at all anywhere. That is a control too, for sure. So there are some rules.
We have seen some cookie cutter houses too.
We had a killer shed back in
Yes, we
Indiana.
did.
We had a beautiful Amish built shed. I loved it. And we had a basement.
Yeah.
And here we have neither one.
But
We were
you-
going to get noisemakers out for our 2-month, anniversary show. And they're in the attic, and we'd have to move the car and bring down the steps, get up in the attic. We don't have much storage, but we do have a little bit in the attic. But there's no loss of freedom. We like it that way. May not always be that way, but right now it's good. We like the tight control. He says, is it difficult if you are not a conservative Republican type? Well, Steve, I wouldn't know the answer to that question. But I'm pretty sure there's everything down here.
Yeah, I think so.
A little bit of everything. And there's a little online newspaper, I guess you'd call it a newspaper, called Talk of the Villages, TOTV. By the way, if you ever see the initials TV, it
not
means the
TV,
villages.
it's the
So,
villages.
Talk of the Villages has lots of commentary and lots of opinions and lots of discussions and some heated discussions and some political discussions. So you can get on there, you can check it out. I've seen people that were pro-Democrat and pro-Republican and just about everything on there. Okay, Paul says, did you buy from the Villages or an outside agency? We bought from the Villages realtors. I call them realtors. I'm not even sure.
Sales agents.
But they're agents. Ours was great, like I said, and he represented us well. Of course, buying is easier than selling. I mean, we don't have to pay many fees to buy a home, but when you sell one, you need to. So you can investigate that yourself. But homes tend to go pretty quick in here.
Preach.
Selling is easy, I would think.
Now, I think if you price it fairly, especially in an established neighborhood like ours,
Yeah. They
You're gonna
say
do
the
all right.
average person down here also that lives here long enough will buy 3 homes down here. They will move 3 times. So they must be able to sell.
yeah.
What's he doing?
Okay, here's a question from Richard. Do you know how often the Lifestyle Expo is held?
Oh, yes. We looked that up, and it's every month. There may be 1 or 2 months that they don't do it, but it's the first of the month. It's actually like March 1st, January 1st, every
You get some freebies.
have the expo. So, and it's something you really need to go see because it covers a lot of information about the villages and how to live in your home and the water and the irrigation, the insurance, the Medicare and everything. The lifestyle, the recreation. It's a great expo. You definitely need to go.
Okay. And Shelby says, have you been inundated with outside salespeople? Well, before you buy, and you'll see this, especially if you look at that Talk of the Villages, you'll see that they will warn you about people. I would say that the answer to that is no, we have not. We've had one person come to our door in 2 months, and that was a lawn service person that does some other lawns in the area that wanted to know if we wanted true green lawn production. That's where they spray fertilizer and weed killer and that sort of thing. And we weren't even home when they came, they left a card. So that's the only one we've had. But we've probably gotten 25 5x7 index cards in the mail
Yeah.
offering us a prize, a welcome to the neighborhood prize. We didn't respond to any of those because
No.
I know that's a come on for some kind of
Yeah, it
product.
is.
And I had 2 or 3 letters from a company that was trying to sell us a copy of the deed to our home. Now, their letters were trying to let us believe that we don't have a deed unless we buy one from them. It was about $100. 3 separate companies tried to sell us a copy of our deed. They would go to the courthouse, copy our deed, and send it to us, I guess. But that's a scam, too. Water softener scam is one here. They will come in, especially for the elderly people, and try to get a foot in the door and tell them that they need a water softener and then charge them an outrageous
Water
price.
purifier.
Water purifier and a water softener So yeah, there are some, but we haven't had any, and we didn't bite on any of the cards that we got for free gifts. So that's probably one way.
We still haven't had many.
No.
All right, we'll go to the next sheet. Tom wants to know, how did you get your pooch moved down there?
Oh.
Hey, wake up.
Hey,
We're talking about you.
exactly.
We're talking about you.
Oh, it was pretty easy. We had a little crate that fit Gizmo, and it was pretty small, but we had our car packed. So he sat right behind us, and we did the, 12-hour, 13-hour drive, and we stopped on and off to get him out and walk him around the parks and stuff.
He traveled great. It was
He was
much
wonderful.
better and nicer than. But I think Tom has a big dog that doesn't
Yeah.
travel well. So good luck to you on that. But
Gizmo's so low maintenance.
He is.
Judy wants to know what's the name of our neighborhood. I think most of you know that by now. It's Dunedin. We live off of Hillsborough Trail in the village of Dunedin. How far are gas stations? She wants to know. Well, there aren't any gas stations right here in our neighborhood, but if we drove 2 miles, maybe 2.5 miles to
466 or,
We still don't know our way
466A,
around.
or back to Brownwood, or over here at Lake Beaton Plaza, we can get gas.
yeah, it's not too far.
No, it's not too
Couple
far, 5
miles.
minutes maybe.
5 minutes.
So easy gas. She wants to know, what do the district access fees cover? I don't really know what they cover. I know that, look, there's a big lizard. See him running
Okay.
right there?
There's a squirrel.
I don't know what they cover, but once you come here, you're gonna be amazed. Like I think told you guys last week, we saw the grounds crews tearing out beautiful flowers, putting in small flowers, about 2 weeks ago. Something pays for that. The landscaping and all the medians, the picking up of litter. Palm trees regularly have branches die and fall and droop, and they have to be trimmed, and you never see these guys working, but it's always spick and span. I compare this place to Disney World. It's so beautiful down here. And there's big crews that do that and maintain the roads.
We still feel the same way.
gates. You know, these gates have arms that come up and down when you drive through, and you have a pass. We have a pass. We'll demonstrate that one
They
day.
also spray for bugs and insects, don't they, during the night?
Yeah, we're getting back to those gates. I was gonna say, about every 4 or 5 days, we'll come in the neighborhood and that arm will be broken off where somebody didn't wait long enough, drove through and broke the arm off. So something has to pay for all of that, and I think that could be part of it. Bridges, golf cart tunnels, stuff like that. All right, she wants me to hurry up because we've got a lot of questions here.
here. John.
Have we gotten a new license plate yet? John wants to know. Thanks, John. Yes, we did. That was a little bit of an experience. I mean, it was easy, but it's just the same as everywhere. You've got to have every document. You got to have your vehicle with you for inspection. And they charge you $400 to bring a car into
And I
Florida.
think you have to do it within 10 days of moving here, right? Or something
30 days, I think. No, not sure. Don't ever take any legal advice from us.
No.
But yeah, we got it done, and we did it right away because I wanted to make sure that we got onto that Florida no income tax. You know what I'm talking about. So we got our legal address changed when we got down here. So
We had a very easy transition, I must say. So many things to do, but it all just fell in like clockwork. You know, even going back to the sale of our home and the purchase of this one, it all went so easy. You know, I hope that's the case for everybody, that you have an easy time like we did.
we have, we're all Florida now. So we got our license plates. Have we found a doctor? No, we have not.
We did find a doctor, and we liked him. His practice was so large, he was so busy, that we have now moved to another doctor, and we like her.
Yep.
Well, I've never had a woman doctor before. I don't know. That's kind of weird, isn't it? But
Well,
yeah, so we'll see.
Knock on wood, we're feeling good. We need to though. But we have Humana insurance, and we need to find somebody that takes that. And that,
And now we're on
I mean,
Medicare,
I found
both of us.
I found some names, but some of them say not taking new patients. We'll find somebody, but
Yeah.
We need to do that.
We need to get on that.
did you ever spend the day doing very little? Or is all the new stuff that enjoyable? That's a good question.
What?
We do something lots of days. Today I have golf. We're getting ready to go out to the Metro Diner for lunch.
Awesome.
We'll walk later.
With Gizmo.
So we do stuff every day, but believe me, John, we get our share of recreation in. In fact, I like to say that I would write a book on relaxation, but it's just too much hard work. So yeah, there's plenty of time to relax. You only do what you want to do. You don't have to do anything else.
Yeah.
Marty says, what would be the daily itinerary if I wanted to come and visit? Well, Marty, I would leave all that up to the villages, and I would get one of those lifestyle visits. Now, depending on what time of year, when we came, it was $99 a night. We came in October, so I think, summer, fall, all the way up to December, it's $99 a night. You can stay 7 nights. Then it goes up for the winter because that's when the snowbirds come back, and it's crowded down here, and people want to come during the winter. I mean, who wouldn't? It was negative something in Minnesota, 20. Down here it was 75 degrees, so people want to come down during that time period. Let the villages plan that out. They'll give you a golf cart. They'll give you 2 bicycles. They'll give you movie tickets, golf passes. You can swim anywhere you like. You'll have a beautiful place to stay. I sound like I work for the village.
We still recommend those
But
lifestyle
that
visits.
lifestyle
They're
experience
great.
is a good way. I mean,
It's great.
it's nice, and there's no pressure. They did assign us an agent, and 2 days he took us around, but that was because we wanted to.
Yes.
He didn't push us to spend time with him.
Yeah.
That was totally up to
No.
us.
He
So.
encouraged us to get on the cart and go
Yeah.
and just explore our own selves. So
Yeah.
that was really, really nice.
All right. He wants to know also, Marty, are there Catholic churches in the villages? Choosing a church is a big deal for a lot of people, and there is one here.
Oh, there's
Uh,
lots.
Lots of Catholic churches, but there's one nice big one near
Really
on the way to the church that we've been going to. So, yes, you can find a Catholic church.
Yes.
Lots of different churches and lots of non-denominational churches.
Oh, lots of everything, really.
Are the villages pools heated? Marty's asking one more question. Yes, they are. What's the deal on that?
I think it's 85 degrees at all the pools, and there's no indoor pools. They just figure that if it's too hot or it's too cold or raining, you'll do something inside that day or go to the recreation centers. But it's 85 degrees, and we went in December, and it was nice outside in the 70s or 80s. It was 80 something maybe, and it was very nice. So it's great.
We went last night, and it was really good until we got out, and it was, ooh,
We went around 7 to 8 o'clock at night. That was lovely.
6:30 to 8, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see about here. I think we're running out of questions. We're doing good. So we're gonna wrap it up for this session of Q&A. It's our 60 Days In episode. And we do not want to escape. We like it here. And I would say we get questions from people all the time that tell us their story, that tell us, we're retired, we're thinking about coming down, we're gonna check it out. And first of all, it has to be for you. I know it's not for everybody.
No.
But I mean, if you're an active person, if you like to walk, if you like sports, if you love nature, if you love warm weather, this could be the place for you. And I say, if you're thinking about it, don't put it off. I mean,
Favorite.
you know what, actually it's a proverb, but Clint Eastwood said it. Tomorrow is promised to no one.
Yeah.
So if you want to enjoy your life, enjoy good weather, have a blast, come on down and give it a try. Come to the lifestyle visit, come down and rent for a month or 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We didn't do that. We saw the lifestyle visit and we jumped on it because we thought we'd like it, and we really do. Now, again, we're rookies, and we haven't been through the summer down here, and I know it's going to be blazing hot, but I think we'll adapt because the winters were pretty darn cold up there in Indiana, and we made that
Yeah,
work.
it was ideal for us because we were retired, and we retired early.
Not early.
We were fortunate.
Teachers 55
Fortunate.
with 30-some years experience.
Yes. So we were fortunate to do that, be able to do it. But our children and grandchildren didn't live with us, so they were grown and gone, and grandchildren live away. So it was just ideal.
Yeah. So it's there for you if you want it. I say, what are you waiting for? Come on down. And that's it for this episode. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Catch you next time. What's up with that?
See ya.
It's fun to watch that. We've come a ways. We didn't have our shirts.
Yeah.
We did have a theme song though.
We did.
That was
Yeah.
good. We still love it here. We do. We love it in a different way. We've seen kind of like the belly of the beast a little bit.
There's always going to be pros and
Yeah,
cons wherever you live.
We are not salespeople for the villages, although we get accused of that from time to time. We'll just tell you the truth. And if you know us, if you knew me personally, you know I'll tell you the truth.
He'll tell you the truth.
I'll tell you what I really think. And I really think this is a great place. If you're the kind of person that can't stand to be around people, you like your privacy, you don't want to see Joe and his Lanai over here. We got a guy over here that does push-ups in the morning in his grass in his backyard.
Hey, watch this.
That's fine. It's fine. Hats off to you, man. You're out there doing push-ups in your grass.
I love it.
But if you're the kind of person that doesn't want to see all that stuff, this place wouldn't be for you. But if you like people, it's a great place to be.
It is.
I also want to just thank for a minute, these early viewers
Yes.
are still with us.
I wonder how many have bought down here. I would love to know that.
It would be
from
fun to
those.
know.
Yeah.
Not a day goes by that people don't come up and say, you're the reason
Oh
we're
my
here.
gosh.
And luckily they still like it, because I'd hate for somebody to say, you're the reason we're here and we hate it.
Oh.
It's your fault.
No, I hope that doesn't happen.
But that's a look back. We were only 2 months in, and we owe it all to you guys, because
Yeah.
we didn't intentionally start this channel, and it just kept growing and growing. And, now we're closing in on 50,000 subscribers.
Unbelievable. And thank you so much.
Yeah,
people.
it's all you. And we do enjoy meeting all of you. And
Love it.
we thank all of you that have been with us from the beginning, especially your charter members. So we appreciate all of you.
Gold star. If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with your friends, and then press that little bell. It'll notify you of an upcoming video. Until next time.
See you when you get here.